Well, they're here. Advanced copies of my latest book, Genocide Bad. The paperback and the hardcover are here. And this is traditionally where authors do like an unboxing video where they open their book and see it for the first time and cry because they're so excited. My feelings about seeing this book in print and holding it in my hand are a little more complicated than the feelings I've had from publishing my previous novels. This hardcover is undeniably the most beautiful book I've ever had published. And I've had a really beautiful book with the Free People's Village, right? But this one, we've got the spot UV on the letters there. We've got the case, you know, this brilliant blue, and then the sprayed edges and the ribbon, and there's foil on the spine. Like, how nice is that? I am proud of it. I'm proud of the work that I put into this book, and I'm honored by that I was asked to write it by Hannah Mushabek and the Mushabek family, that Interlink Books, the only Palestinian-owned press in the U.S., that they trusted me to write this book. So I am proud and honored, but I also sort of hate that this exists. Like, when I pulled it out and looked at it and held it in my hand for the first time, I just kind of really wanted to cry because I never wanted to have to write a book like this. I didn't want to think about all these things and learn all these things, and and my tears are cheap because I didn't survive them. I just, have witnessed genocide and written about it historically and what's happening now. But I hate it. I hate genocide. This wasn't a fun book to write. And, it's not just a fun, joyous, simple emotion seeing it and holding it in my hand for the first time. And this beautiful, stunning design by Ganzir, I'm so grateful for his artistry that made it beautiful. But there's also this emotion of there's something obscene about a book about something so ugly being such a beautiful object. But I remind myself it's for a good cause. I mean, all of this was Interlink's brilliant idea to release a paperback and a hardcover at the same time. The cheap paperback so that as many people as possible could get a copy and pass it around and get their hands on it. And then, all the bells and whistles, pulling out all the stops, hardcover that would be a beautiful object. They could charge a higher price point for it because this is a fundraiser. It's a fundraiser both for the press, Interlink Press. You can only get it through them, and they make enough profit off of it to hopefully be able to publish more Palestinian literature. And 10% of the sales are going to Mecca, the Middle East Children's Alliance. And that, they do awesome work. They're doing relief efforts in Gaza, in Jenin, and they have ongoing work providing legal aid to children in the West Bank. So it's beautiful for a reason, right? It's beautiful, and we've pre-sold 2,000 of these. I'm gonna have to hand sign 2,000 of these because every single one of these that got pre-ordered is gonna be signed by me. In a month, I'm gonna be flying up to Massachusetts to hand sign all these books. And beautiful books sell more. I mean, the idea is to get the word out, to get the message out, genocide bad. We wanted something eye-catching that you would see it across a bookstore and you'd have to go look at it and pick it up and see what it was all about. And again, the beautiful design choices of this book and the art, the illustration as well, was all done by Ganzir, an Egyptian artist. He's done my last 2 book covers. So, my main emotion is honored. I'm honored Ganzir did the incredible art for this book. I'm honored Interlink asked me to write it in the first place. I'm so honored by all of you who have pre-ordered it and trust me that I've done a good job. We'll see. But it's just really different from, celebrating a novel. I don't feel like throwing a party. I feel like curling up in a ball and crying. But we're not going to do that. We're going to use the fact that I have these a month earlier than any of you to raise some money for my friend Talene. Because the only way you can get one of these paperbacks a month early is by donating to her fundraiser. Talene is a 9-year-old girl in Gaza with diabetes, and because of Israel's total siege on the Gaza Strip right now, there's no insulin going into Gaza, or any food, or any electricity, or anything else. And that means that whatever food and insulin still remains within Gaza is extremely expensive, and we can help Talene's family by raising money for her. This is the only way to help her family right now. Her medical situation over the last few weeks, even before the total lockdown on humanitarian aid coming into Gaza, was very dire to begin with. And so I just really want to raise her family more money so they can get whatever supplies they're able to get. So to enter to win the early signed, made out to you copy of Genocide Bad, you're going to donate as much as you can to Talene's campaign. I'm not going to give you a number, just give what you can give. And then you're going to send a screenshot of your receipt to the email address t4gaza@gmail.com. And 1 week from today, I will pick someone to win this early copy. I will sign it. I will make it out to you. I will thank you for donating to Tallene's campaign in pen. Then I will stick it in an envelope, send it to you, and you will have a copy of this book weeks before anybody else does. And you'll be helping a family in Gaza in the meantime. You'll find the link to Tallene's fundraiser here in my bio. If you want to make sure you get a copy of Genocide Bad, you can pre-order at these links here. This is for the hardcover. This is for getting the paperback through Interlink, which helps support Palestinian publishing. And here's a link for if you're international. These are indie bookstores that will ship all over the world. And I'm sorry I've been gone for a while. I had COVID, then everyone else in my family got COVID, and then our plumbing failed, and we have had no plumbing, no sewage, no nothing for like 10 days while we all had COVID. It's been a time, but not anything like the time that people are having in Gaza, right? So I don't feel too sorry for myself. Anyways, thank you for your patience while I've been gone, and I love you, and you're amazing, and you're my mishpacha.